Testing, hot outbound call. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to hear?
Are you ready?
Make the approach. Plant your feet firmly in the ground. Head down. Eyes on the ball. Relax. That's it. Get your left arm straight. Your right arm straight. Relax. Lower your right shoulder. Go!
The Honeymooners Podcast, the only podcast that is all about the greatest show of all time. With the stars, Joe Conti and Louis Fatts.
Welcome, fellow raccoons. We can't even get this thing started right. Welcome, fellow raccoons and members of the Women's Auxiliary. What's happening, all you Hurricanes, Bensonhurst Bombers, and all you Angelina Manicottis of the world? You're listening to the Honeymooners Podcast with me, Joe Conti, and my pal Louis Fatts.
This is a maid? I thought maid had short skirts with white hats and black silk stockings. The chubby one's going to be trouble.
The only discussion-based podcast all about the greatest show of all time. We record in the Non-Productive Studios at 328 Chauncey Street in Brooklyn, New York. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and leave a positive review. Our home base is the Non-Productive site. That's non-productive.com/honeymooners. That's if you have friends that don't really know much about how to do a podcast, send them there. Yeah. non-productive.com/honeymooners. Don't forget to like our Honeymooners Podcast Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. And don't forget, if you want to leave us a voicemail, call 240-442-2635. And don't forget to email us at
bangzoom1956@gmail.
What's going on, Lou?
Joe, number 62.
Yes, what do you got for me on number 62 today?
I say one day, 61 was a good one.
Yes,
we had
a lot of fun.
A lot of fun with 61.
A lot of fun in 61.
So we'll see what happens in 62. All right, 62. We have Jim Langer, Hall of Fame center for the Miami Dolphins. 12 years career, nice career. 12 years, 2 Super Bowls.
Also,
he was part
early
of the
70s.
Yes,
undefeated.
He was part of the undefeated team. 6-time Pro Bowler. 4-time first-team All-Pro, which is a little different than the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, it's different.
Well, it's like the All-State team. It's like first-team All-State. You are the center.
Gotcha.
You know, you can go to the Pro Bowl and be a backup center or the other, but
right.
That means 4-time. He was first team, meaning that was it. He was the man for 4 times.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jim Langer.
Jim Langer.
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 Yes.
Very nice.
62.
Very nice.
So at least we got a Hall of Famer for 62. Woo.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks for rubbing that in as a Jet fan. Good. Why don't you just bring up Tom Brady and just ruin everything.
You're lucky we passed 12 already. So.
Yeah, we did. And before we get started, we want to first of all thank our pal, the great Jeff Kingfish Levinsky, and our sponsor, SilkCityHotSauce.com.
Yeah.
Go to SilkCityHotSauce.com. Get yourself some great homemade, pal.
Can't hurt
you. Hot sauce.
If you're on a very strict diet.
I'm on a very strict diet. Go to SilkCityHotSauce.com. Get yourself some great hot sauce. Then when you go to the checkout, you put RX in the coupon code. Get yourself 15% off and get yourself a free bottle of cherry sriracha.
Yeah.
What my favorite is the Chipotle.
Oh, yeah.
And Lou's favorite is the
Badass Jew.
That's the Badass Jew. Exactly.
Make my Bloody Miriams with that.
Bloody Miriams. So we got some good stuff for you today. Looking forward to this.
Yeah.
Two things we wanted to touch on before we get into the heavy stuff here. A lot of times on the Facebook groups, you'll see people talk, or sometimes they'll put up a picture, make a meme, and they'll put it in color. And just because it's cool, it's different. And then the discussion becomes, would you like it black and white or color? And almost everybody says black and white, which is understandable.
Yeah.
It's what you're used to seeing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's what you grew up watching. Yeah. And of course, color, part of the grit of it being black and white is almost like the grit of the show. realistic.
Yep.
Not it wasn't Father Knows Best.
No.
You know what I
No.
mean? With the white picket fence. It was the
No.
complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
So the black and white aspect of it, even if there was color, it would be better with black and white because it would almost be kind of the grit that the show is anyway.
Yeah, that dreariness of the apartment comes across because everything is it's like shades of gray.
Right.
Everything's shades of gray.
Because when you watch any of the 70s specials, they try to do it almost exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't look as disheveled.
No, because you see that green wall and it's bright. It's color.
Yeah.
We're used to that drab. We want drab.
Right.
We want them like blending into the background.
Right, because it's like this weird. It's supposed to be a drab reality, and the color actually makes it even more realistic because we see in color. So you watch it in black and white, and it just brings you to that. This is awful and gritty, just like the old thing they talk about New York. They always say New York in the 70s was gritty.
Gritty. Oh, it really
it was different. There were cars on fire right by Broadway, but there was something gritty about the New York thing.
Yeah. Now, it reminds me of talking about black and white. Now, I grew up in, I'm born in '56. So I was a little kid. When I'm watching TV, we only had black and white TV sets.
Right.
So, and I'll never forget this is because I'm a big baseball fan. So always watching games when I was a little kid in black and white. It's the only thing I ever saw them. So the very first time I go to a baseball game, my father takes me to Yankee Stadium, and I walk out in Yankee Stadium, and I see this green, this tremendous green is like overwhelming. Here I am thinking I'm going to walk out and see this game in black and white in person because it's the only way I've ever seen a game.
That's great.
But it's a memory.
That's got to be amazing.
I still picture it to this day. And I'm talking 1963, 4. I don't even know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because even when I first went to, I think it was Yankee Stadium. It was the first stadium I went to, and I watched baseball in color.
Right. So you saw it in color. I never saw it in color.
Still, when you first walk up and you see it, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
Anyway,
it's amazing.
Even if you don't like baseball, we took my wife a couple of years ago to the new
Citi Field.
Citi Field. Even my wife doesn't care a thing about baseball. Was like, this is. She was enjoying herself.
It's overwhelming. That site is overwhelming.
That's a good word. It's overwhelming, but in a good way.
And me too. Growing up in the city, I didn't see much grass. So, it cracked through the sidewalk.
Probably that's the most grass you saw your whole life.
Yeah, really. It's a crack through the sidewalk, a weed growing. So it was about it. So anyway, just get into the black and white and color thing.
Yes. So that was our little thing. We just wanted to throw our 2 cents in.
Yeah, throw that in there.
The second thing, we had our pal, the great Bibster, Bibbs.
Brother Bibbs.
Brother Bibbs. He sent me an email, and he had told me that there is a Cramden Institute. Right? It's like, I'm like, wait a minute, Cramden Institute. And it's providing technology, tools, and training to bridge the digital divide. And the cover, it's got this cute little black kid in front of a computer. And I'm like, get a computer, donate a computer, volunteer. I'm like, what is this? And he, in his email, it's funny because he says, because it came out, it's Cramden, spelled exactly Cramden, but the 2 guys that created it is named Ned and Mark, and they spelled it backwards. NEDMARK, backwards is Cramden. So either of these 2 were huge fans of the Honeymooners, or complete blithering idiots to not know that this is Ralph Cramden. And even Bibb said, he goes, how do they not know that most people aren't going to take this seriously?
Like the Cramden Institute, like you would think, wow, it's like a museum or something.
With the table.
And the bus drivers.
The horse with the clock in its stomach.
Everything there.
And it's computers.
Named after a guy who didn't even have a telephone.
A guy who was waiting for 3D television back in 1955.
Well, pay for that glow in the dark.
But yeah, look it up. It's interesting just to see. Cramden Institute. And it's all about providing technology tools. And I don't know why we're doing a commercial.
Yeah, really. Maybe they should be a sponsor. Maybe they'll give us 15% off a computer.
Put RX in the top of the computer to get yourself a free computer. So that was just two little things we wanted to touch on. But we got some fun stuff today. We got a Louis observation.
Oh, yeah.
We got a mini flub and then a regular flub, and we got a joke that bombed. That to me, I thought it was a hilarious joke. So we got some stuff here for you
And
today.
We'll tie it all together in one big bow. And
Yeah, something like that.
it'll make no sense like the previous 61.
Exactly. So, all right. Well, let's start with the. Here we go.
My favorite song again.
That's right.
And now, from the observation deck overlooking the Johnson Building at 328 Chauncey Street, the Honeymooners podcast presents Louis' Observations.
Louis' observations.
Whoa.
All right. So, this is from Trapped. No, I'm kidding. It's not from Trapped. I'm kidding, people. Don't stop
Don't
listening.
stop.
Don't stop listening. This is from Louis, one of Louis' favorites, Pal
Pal of Mine, yes.
Top three, I would say, right?
Oh, God,
Top
yeah.
three,
Oh,
right?
yes,
Easily.
yeah.
Although Trapped has creeped
Trapped
its way
is
up.
now probably third. Like Palamine, Oh My Aching Back, and Trapped.
But I do not know what this observation is, and here we go.
Hi, Alice. Oh, hi, Trix. Punch will be ready for you in a minute. Oh, I could kill that Ed. Imagine giving me 1 day's notice to throw a party. And what a party. The whole crew from the sewer, all 20 of them. I don't get it. What was the big rush about the party anyway? Well, that's Ed for you. When he heard that Jim McKeever was made foreman of the gang, he wanted to be sure he'd be the first one to give him a party. Well, don't worry about it, Trix. Everything will turn out all right. If it does, it'll be a miracle. And what ideas Ed had for this party. Alice, you won't believe this, but Ed was going to tell all the guys from the sewer to come formal. Formal? White tie and black boots.
They giggled before.
Yeah, before anticipating
Well, your punch
something.
is all finished. Now, is there anything else I can do for you, Trix? Gee, I guess that's everything. Oh, Alice, I just want to tell you that I feel awful about having a party and not inviting you and Ralph to come. Now, Trixie, don't give it a second thought. After all, it's just for the guys that Ed works with, and we just don't belong. I understand perfectly, and I know Ralph will. Oh, Alice, you're a real friend. Hey, I better get upstairs.
Hey, Ralph.
Oh, hi, Ed.
There he is.
There he is.
Ed, what have you been doing? Why aren't you dressed for the party?
And I dressed for the party. If you just happen to be a little more observing, you'd note that I got on a brand new T-shirt. 40% background. Hey, Alice, we're a chair short upstairs. Mind if I borrow one?
Oh, no, help yourself, Ed.
Good.
We played a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah, it was long, but it's a great scene. It's just a great
It's a
scene.
great
It
scene.
gave
I
Trixie-
actually have an additional observation
Okay,
for you.
It gave
after you.
Trixie good chances,
Absolutely.
Say something. She got
She-
a
and
good
she-
laugh. Probably,
she-
I have to say, that's probably her best laugh, I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Her biggest laugh.
That one in the can't take the man out of the
Again, the
sewer,
sewer,
can't
yeah.
take the sewer
Yeah,
out of the
the
man.
man, yeah.
Those to me
Those
were her
were-
two
yeah.
top biggest laughs.
Biggest
she got.
one. Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, now.
Here we go.
The observation.
Yes.
Ready, Joe?
Jesus.
Okay, now.
All right.
Trixie says, 20 sewer workers are coming. So it's 20 sewer workers plus the two of them. So we got 22 people
Okay.
in this little apartment.
I just
and
figured-
Ed said, wait a minute. Now, Ed says,
It just occurred to me.
okay. Norton says, they're a chair short. Can I borrow a chair? Well, where did you get the other 19 from?
Hey, Alice, do you want to borrow the bleachers I got upstairs? I got bleachers for when we watch football games. We're a chair short.
So you had 19 chairs up there already? Could you figure out Trixie and Ed aren't going to sit?
21 chairs.
Yeah, 21
they
figure
would
Trixie's
sit
going to be running around.
Right. That's a big dining room table there,
Well,
Ralph.
where did they get the? What, they go around to each apartment? Like, excuse me, Mrs. Monacotti, can I borrow a chair? Mrs. Fogarty, can I borrow a chair? Did he borrow them from the Raccoon Lodge? They didn't rent things in those days from party rental places.
That's a great observation.
So,
Oh, that is great.
So now
just
we
chairs everywhere.
In this little apartment. We never even see 20 chairs in the Raccoon Lodge.
That's
The
right.
most you've ever seen is what, 8 people in there, maybe?
8 or maybe 10.
10.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
give it
yeah,
10.
yeah.
We'll give it 10.
Yeah.
It was Stanley's bachelor party.
Oh, what a great observation.
Now we know to figure the one where he borrows the chair has to be because it's setting up the joke where he breaks the chair.
Of course.
And Ralph
Of
grabbed the chair and he
course.
goes, Alice, come in here, look at this. He's not breaking up a beautiful set like this.
Beautiful stuff like this. Yeah, breaking up.
So that's probably what that whole setup was about.
Of
When you
course.
think of it, though, first of all, 20 people in that apartment. and he's one chair short.
He's one chair
We've got
short.
19 chairs.
We almost had enough
enough
chairs for all these goons coming over.
So that's the observation.
What a great observation.
Okay. Yeah, Joe, you got one?
I actually do.
Okay, go.
I'll let me just get to the part where yeah, here it's
Tell all the guys from the sewer to come formal. Formal? Well, your punch is all finished. Now, is there anything else I can do for you, Trix?
it's when
Yeah, I guess
Trixie
that's
feels
everything.
bad.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Alice, I just want to tell you that I feel awful about having a party and not inviting you and Ralph to come. Now, Trixie, don't give it a second thought. After all, it's just for the guys that Ed works with, and we just don't belong. I understand perfectly, and I know Ralph will.
I understand perfectly, and I know Ralph will. She doesn't know Ralph then.
Ralph.
You know Ralph's not going to... Even if you don't know the episode, you know Ralph's personality. You know he's going to be like, oh, he's having a party upstairs? Well, we just don't belong. Yeah, Ralph will understand. Yeah. No, he won't.
No,
he will absolutely not understand.
One person who won't understand, it's Ralph.
Yes. Well, it's like we goofed on Ralph when he says, you don't know Alice.
He's
So
like,
I know Alice. Well, she doesn't know Ralph either.
We thought she knew Ralph.
We thought she knew Ralph. But this
She doesn't.
shows that she... Oh, well, listen, Ralph will understand. No, he's not. And he was actually idiotically irrational in this episode.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
The fact that he didn't get invited, the ring, he blamed it on Ed. With the ring. Yeah. I mean, it was such irrational behavior.
Exactly.
Probably one of the tops in the irrational behavior in one of the best episodes, which is probably what made it such a great episode.
That's why it was my favorite.
Yes. So that is... that's my little, and I just thought of it when I was listening. Yeah, I just thought of it like, yeah, you know what? She does not know Ralph. All right. All right, so now.
Chair short.
A chair.
Okay. Poor planning on your part, Ed.
That is great. All right, so now we are going to do, there it is. And where is this? Why is this then not working? Here we go. I'm sorry. And, here we go.
Oh, dear.
The Honeymooners podcast presents.
I wouldn't send a night out on a dog like this. Don't you get it? I wouldn't send a night out on a dog.
No, I don't get it. I don't think it's funny.
Jokes that didn't get the love that they deserved.
I heard him.
Okay. So, this is from The Great Matter of Record.
Yes.
All right? And this is a joke that me and Louie, I think we're both in agreement on.
Yes.
It's a good joke.
Good joke.
Good joke. Gets nothing. It should have gotten more. It should have gotten something. It didn't get anything. And here is... This is when Ralph already asked him to come back down.
Yeah.
Because he with the kids with the stickball, right?
Yeah.
And now he comes down and he's still mad at him. He comes. Norton has the little bandage on his head because he must have smashed him over the head with the thing.
Yeah.
And Norton comes back down to tell him that she's coming back.
Right.
But it's before that, and this is what he said. The bandage?
Yep.
Get out, Norton. Get out before I do something. You're a menace to society. You're a menace to me, and you are a stupid head. Now get out!
Just wait a minute before you say anything that I take offense at. I got some news for you. Alice is coming.
Before you say anything that I take offense at, he calls him a menace to society, a menace to him. And a stupid head. On television in 1955, like you said.
Yeah.
That's pretty heavy-duty stuff.
To call somebody a stupid head.
Right, right. Hey, before you say anything that I take offense at. And nothing.
Calling me a menace, that's okay. Calling me a stupid head, that's okay, too.
That's okay, too.
Just don't say anything bad about me.
I'm a menace to society.
All of society.
I'm a menace to you, my best friend, and I'm a stupid head
on top of that.
But do not say anything that I would take offense to. I thought, look, it's a good joke.
It's a good joke.
and it just got
Well, most of
nothing.
the jokes that don't get no love are good jokes.
Right.
I mean, not the great jokes are getting, they're getting
good
laughs. They're
yeah.
getting laughs. So these
there were
are
already certain occasions
Yeah.
where we said the audience wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready for
or
it.
wasn't
Yeah.
didn't think that it was going to come out of that person. We've discussed that.
This is one of them situations, Joe, if you actually listen to it or watch it also, where the audience is like, I think they're sensing something serious here.
Yes,
And they're not expecting a joke.
Right.
Or actually listening. Remember, like you always say this, that it's a live audience.
Yeah.
And you miss things.
Yeah.
We're hearing these things because we've seen them 1,000 times.
You think about when you watch a funny movie, and then if you ever watch it again, you're like, I didn't catch that the first time. Because you're laughing.
Yeah.
You know, you're like maybe with your girlfriend or
somebody.
And you're like, oh my God, you're hitting each other in the ribs.
Yeah, like,
and you miss things.
Yeah.
And we know every line.
Yeah.
But the audience, like, that's a good idea because it's upsetting, right?
it is.
Alice is gone.
Yeah.
And it's Norton's fault. Maybe Trixie's fault,
Yeah.
depending on who grabbed the record.
Yeah.
You know. But he's very upset. The disheveled apartment
Yeah.
is even more disheveled. And Norton comes down. They get a chuckle because of the bandage.
The bandit, yeah.
But you're right. They're like,
it's like a little tense. It's tense between them.
yes.
And I
It's
guess the
tense and
audience
people are upset.
Right. So now you get that. I get this vibe from the audience that they're a little uptight
They're
about what's going to happen here.
They're
It's just-
tense. They don't know. Obviously, they don't know what's going to
yeah,
happen.
is he going to hit him again with the stick?
Are we actually going to see it this time?
So I think that's where they miss it. I think that's where they missed it.
Yes, and I hope they didn't miss
Miss
it.
it.
Yeah. So that was another joke that
Yeah.
we thought, but that's a great thought that it wasn't because, and he didn't deliver it. He delivered it great.
But you got to remember too, Joe. The music, it's music. The intro's music. So now you got to remember this is like Act 2. However, they did it back then. We don't know how they did it, but the intro of the music it's the opening scene of this act.
Correct.
So it's not carrying over from another scene. So the audience is sitting back, relaxed, not knowing what's going to happen, and this scene opens up, and boom, it's a little bit more tense than they're used to.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm thinking that. I mean, maybe I'm overthinking this, but that could be it.
I think so.
That's what I think.
Yeah. Very astute there.
Very
Lou.
stupid head of me.
All right. So now we want to dive into a little bit of the mambo.
Yeah.
Mama Loves Mambo.
Oh, great.
People's always in somebody's top 5 for
Yes,
sure.
yes.
Who was the one? We had one listener, pal, on the Facebook group who said he didn't like the episode. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes. Somebody said that.
We blasted him
Blasted him,
forever. It
yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah,
I mean, all in fun,
yeah, no.
obviously. Good, clean fun, but it was just funny. But we actually have a flub.
Yeah.
And now, the Honeymooners podcast presents
It's not in the top hand drawer.
the Flub of the Week.
It's like if I don't hear it for 18 hours, it's brand new again.
Why am I laughing so hard at that?
You know what's great? When we're not watching it and we're just hearing it.
Yes.
Because of the pushing of the sound,
Yes.
it almost sounds like somebody
man.
falling down
Yeah.
steps.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
that's what it sounds like. So it just helps it even more. Just the greatest flub of all time.
A great intro by Joe Fernandez.
Yes, our pal, the great Joe Fernandez.
Great Joe Fernandez.
So now we have one's a legitimate flub and the other one's like a teeny bit of flub.
It's more of a stumble. Like a little word, blah, blah, blah.
But this one definitely is a flub, and it's Ralph flubbing, talking about the troublemaker, who is
Carlos Sanchez.
Sanchez.
You're gonna do the mambo. You're gonna do the mambo, but it's gonna be in the moon. I know what you're going through. You don't have to tell me. I know. Everybody in the house is knowing it. You know whose trouble it is, don't you? You know who's making trouble? Carlos Sanchez.
All right, did you catch it?
Catch that?
I think you caught it. Most of you know, but it's a quick little thing. But here it is.
You know whose trouble it is, don't you? You know whose making
You know whose trouble it is.
You know whose trouble.
Now, Louis makes a great point.
It's probably supposed to be, you know whose fault it is.
Right.
Because then he says trouble in the next line.
Correct.
So
he
probably
he got a little ahead of himself.
He got a little ahead of himself, and
Right.
he troubled himself twice.
Right,
there instead of
right.
fault and troubled.
Right. Or do you know who caused this trouble? But
Yeah.
it would
no, it would be
wouldn't
know whose
flow
fault
right.
it is.
Know
That's
whose
probably,
fault
I'm going to say,
That's
it's you know whose fault it is.
exactly what
you know
it
whose
should
trouble
be.
this is. Like
Do you know whose trouble this is? Is that the game Trouble?
Yeah, like,
That's my game Trouble. Remember the game Trouble?
Yeah.
yeah. That's my game Trouble. Do you know whose trouble it is? It's my trouble. Yeah, it's funny, but it's true. It's like I said, it's almost like a combination of
it's not a spoonerism.
It's not a spoonerism.
It's, he's just like kind of like jumping the gun.
He got ahead of
himself. Like you said, got ahead of himself with the word trouble.
Yep. But
and got himself in trouble.
Yes. We'll play it again. We'll play the whole clip.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's a great clip.
It's Mambo.
Oh, let's go.
You know whose trouble it is, don't you? You know who's making trouble? Carlos Sanchez. Oh, he wants everybody to do the mamba and teach him nice manners. All I know is that Alice was satisfied with me for 15 years. Now she wants to change me.
Oh, she's got a nerve. She's got a nerve. She knew when she married you she was getting the worst of it.
You can say that
You can say that again. We had to keep that in.
because it's great.
Dusty
on that hall.
But just what a great joke. And the way he reacts. You can say, what does he say? You can say that
You
again?
can say that again. Here's the thing, Joe. He's so steamed, using his word, steamed. In this tirade. He's
Right.
so steamed that he doesn't even realize what Norton
He's
just
being
said to him.
Insulting him.
Yeah. And Norton's trying to, not meaning it as an insult.
Right.
It's it's kind of Norton's logic.
Right.
It's not meant as an insult.
not meant as an insult.
And Ralph doesn't take it as an insult. He doesn't realialize what Norton just said.
No. Yeah, he could have said, "Hey, watch it before you say something I take offense at."
Yeah.
She knew she was getting the worst of it.
You can say that. It's like it's such
what a great line!
great line.
It really is. There's
Great.
one I can't remember it, but there's another one that's similar to that in Brother Ralph.
Right.
And it's when Ralph's got the apron on and he's trying to get Alice to come back.
Right.
And I forgot exactly what it is. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
But similar, but two great jokes.
And the Christmas one too. Like we were talking before the show about when Ralph was leaving. Oh God, which one was it now? When I mentioned it before. Remember we were talking before the show about it. Oh, the mold.
Oh,
when they
yes.
made, when they made me, they threw away the mold.
They threw away the mold, right.
They had to. You probably broke it. And Ralph agrees with Norton, then catches himself and then just walks out. Steamed walks out of the door.
Right. In other words, he was kind of saying, you could say that again.
Yeah, it was basically he was agreeing with Norton when he said that you probably broke it.
Is that planned?
I don't know.
Because that's really funny.
Oh, it's funny.
It's on top of a great joke.
Yeah, because you really don't. Ralph says it's so low, and he's kind of turning to walk out the door because he's got to go get buy the gift with the gift certificate.
Right.
So it's funny. It's kind of like the same situation where he's agreeing with Norton, who's saying something insulting.
Right.
Who doesn't realize he's insulting.
It's great. It's absolutely phenomenal.
Oh, it's great. That's them.
Phenomenal.
Just them two. Oh, Joe, another thing we were talking
Yes.
about before. Well, you could say because you're the Art Carney guy. Well, I'm an Art Carney guy too. But remember we were talking about Art Carney just.
Oh, so we're watching this. We're recording the audio for when Ralph is screaming at her. What am I, a cat or
What am I, a
something?
cat or something?
Now Norton comes in. He turns around, looks up to go
just like
to
that.
let people know. It's to let the audience know he's angry. Also,
right.
He's
At Trixie, he's
frustrated. So now it's like he's in his corner.
Yep.
And then Ralph starts going in on Alice. And Norton, Art Carney, does this great thing where he puts his hands in his pockets and he's just like, I'm just going to wait.
Yep.
As the character, as Ed Norton,
Yes.
Oh, well, he's yelling at his wife. I'm just going to wait and let this go. And the way he does it, it's so great.
He's great, Joe. Standing there.
And he's slouched a little bit. And he's just kind of got that, okay. Yeah. What, me worry? That, okay. And it's just, he's doing nothing. And it's great.
He's great at doing nothing. When people say that about lazy people, you're great at doing nothing. But he's doing acting. He doesn't have a part. but he's standing there,
Yeah.
and you could just see like he's not nervous. He's just so relaxed.
Right.
Now, of course, you're not the way Ralph is going off. All your attention's going to be on Ralph. Correct. Like I said, we do this. That's why we do this show, because we're looking away.
Yeah.
And other thing. So we focus, and Joe's the big Art Carney guy, and you just look at him.
You're like, oh,
and
my
we were
God.
looking at it before when we were putting the clip on. We're like, Joe, we look at him. He's standing there, and he's great standing there.
He's great at doing absolutely nothing.
Amazing. Amazing.
Fantastic. Unbelievable. Oh, and another thing, I told Louis this, in the line where he says, "What am I, a cat or something?"
Right.
I do a bit in my act, and in the joke is something about dropping my wife off somewhere, and I go home, and my wife gets there before me. And the mini punchline is, I look at her, I'm like, "How did you get home before me? What are you, a cat or something?" I do that just for me.
For yourself.
Nobody knows what that, I do that just for me.
yourself.
It's just a little mini semi punchline that I do because of this show. That's all.
What am I? It's a great line. What am I?
What
a cat?
am I, a cat or something?
It's a
and the way he
great
delivers
way
it.
he
with the-
delivers it.
What am I? What am I? A cat or
And
something?
like, what's that?
What's that?
Just the way he says, what's that?
that?
It's kind of like when he's pointing at Harvey Jr.
What's
that?
It's either Harvey Walter Jr. or a can of tuna fish. What's that? I already know what this episode is going to be called.
We don't have to think about that when it's show's
Yes,
over.
exactly.
It's one less thing we got to worry about. And we can get him pointing at the tuna fish can. That'll be our
Yes.
our scene.
So now what we want to do is, just because, listen, we're playing a little bit from Mambo.
And it's a
And
great episode.
Louis found a little bit of a mini flub, I guess.
Yeah.
Little, almost like when Mr. Douglas is stumbling a little bit.
yeah.
It's almost like a stumble on Ralph's part.
Yeah.
And it's a little off,
Just a
but
little.
still.
Just not,
but we're having
fun.
fun.
Having fun with Mambo. So we're going to.
Yeah. How do you not have fun with Mambo? Here we go.
Don't discuss it anymore. Your mumbo days are over. You want to wiggle over to the stove and get my supper.
Mambo.
Wait a minute. What's that?
Tuna fish. We're going to have tuna fish salad.
Tuna fish? What am I, a cat or something? Why can't I have a hot meal? I'll tell you why I can't have a hot meal. And you're doing this.
All right, Ralph. I guess the lesson lasted a little longer today, and I lost track of the time.
Oh, is that why? Because the lesson lasted a little longer? I suppose every man in this building is going to have a cold meal, including him. Well, let me tell you something. I know whose fault it is. I know whose fault it is. It's Carlos's fault. And it's not only the Mamba. It's not only the Mamba, Alice. Not by a long shot it isn't the Mamba. It's the other things he does, the fancy manners he has and he parades around with. That's putting nutty ideas in your head.
Sure, Ralph. You think he's a troublemaker. Well, I have got news for you, Ralph. You and Norton and some of the men in this building can learn an awful lot of things from Carlos. He happens to be a gentleman, Ralph, and that seems to be something that you have forgotten all about. He treats us like women. That's something you've forgotten too, Ralph. You seem to have forgotten that I am a woman.
I forgot that you're a woman? How could I? You're always yapping. What do you mean I don't treat you like a woman? I treat you like a woman. I let you sew, I let you cook, I let you wash the windows, I let you clean up. Boys don't do that, Alice.
That line. Boys don't do that. Boys don't do that, Alice. So now the little flub is, just when he says,
Again, stumbled over those
a little
words.
stumble over the words.
But it's a great scene.
We're having a little fun with it before we started recording, and Louis makes a great point. He's like, "Hey, how long were these lessons?" It's 6 o'clock.
It's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
When did they start?
Yeah.
The lesson. She says. What did you say? The lesson ran a little longer.
Ran a little
Well,
longer.
when did you start? Like 5:50? What?
Yeah, because unless they were doing Mambo all like from 11:30.
Really?
Like if it went long, what is the normal Mambo lesson? Like an hour?
Yeah. And then he's at the end of it. He just puts on the record. What were they dancing to the whole time? You got a phonograph there.
I know.
a little longer.
Did he have like a chalkboard? And,
Yeah, like the steps.
Giving
Like,
step, drawing
the
feet.
drawings. Yeah, drawing feet with the 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Exactly. Because when we watched it, we again were just mesmerized by the great Angelina Manicotti.
God, cannot take my eyes off.
Can't take off it.
She's
It's like if Raquel Welch was in the scene, I wouldn't even notice it.
I wouldn't even notice it.
I wouldn't even notice it. Be like, who's that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at Angelina, please.
Yeah, like,
And it ain't Angelina Jolie. It's Angelina Manicotti.
And we were also discussed this while we were watching and setting up our scene here.
Right.
Was that how she's front and center?
Yes.
Because there's a time actually when Alice goes behind her, as
Right.
if to say, "This is your scene."
Yeah.
And whoever put her there front and center, because
knew.
she's a funny character.
Oh,
because she's older than her. Well, she could be. I don't know about the other lady, but the Mrs. Simpson / Stevens, whoever
Right.
she is, she's the older lady. She's the immigrant, and she's heavy.
Yes.
So
she's a heavier,
heavier,
right.
and it just makes it funny. And her moves are, oh my God!
She's like the Danny Terrio.
Yeah, Danny Terrio of Mambo.
And she's right in the middle because you have the two on the right.
Yes.
Who?
No, we don't. We don't.
Yeah, they put her there because they're
Just
they
to
don't know
fill
how
up.
to
Yeah,
dance.
and exactly. They were overdoing
Then
it.
you have Angelina in the middle,
Middle.
and then you have Trixie and Alice.
Alice.
So she is secured right in the middle.
She's
And
the attention.
with Carlos kind of
Going back and forth.
going back
yeah.
and forth. But yes, and once you recognize how funny she is to watch,
Yeah.
you don't see anything else.
Yeah.
And like you said, even Audrey Meadows stepped back.
Step back.
You know,
To give it-
because her and Joyce Randolph.
Yeah, they actually know. I mean,
Yeah,
Audrey
and
Meadows is a dancer too. She
Right,
knew.
and they're beautiful women.
They know what they know how to dance.
To
and-
step
yeah,
back because you're like, let this woman shine.
This is the comedy of this scene. It's a physical scene. Like if Audrey Meadows is dancing in front of it, nobody's going to think anything of it. Because she knows how to dance.
She was actually dancing well.
Yeah, she knows how to dance.
Yeah.
So they gave the scene to Angelina. Oh, and if you watch it again, please, just don't take your eyes
off her.
Mrs. Manicotti.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Don't.
Please don't.
Throughout the whole thing, up until the time, from the moment that the way the scene starts,
Yeah.
it's like black and it kind of crescendos
Yeah.
up, and from the moment you see her, don't take
Don't take your eyes off her.
Don't take your eyes off.
till she gets thrown out.
Right.
Don't take your eyes off her.
My age.
You see, oh man. Oh my God.
Yeah, so it just, of course, you
Genius.
can't.
That was genius.
Oh, whoever thought to
Whoever
put
thought
her
put her there, that was genius.
Absolutely. And what's great was because that also helps with Mr. Manicotti to make his one,
one and done.
and great line.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
make
Make
dishes
the dish
all
off-
over
throw the dishes off the table.
off of the table. Yes. All right. So we are at like 35 minutes already. This is blown by. And we are going to do one of Louis' favorite things, and I enjoy doing this
Joe
because
loves it.
I get to shine.
Yeah, Joe.
I get to.
killed it last week. That was a tough
I
fight.
did all right last week. Yeah. And where is it? And I can't find it. The T, and here it is.
Now, Tom, who is our first guest, please?
Our first guest, ready to leap the first hurdle on his way to the $99,000 answer, is our
Courier from Parsippany, New Jersey, Joe Conti.
All right.
I hope you miss it.
See the look on your face when you miss it. All right, here we go. Are we doing
We're gonna do your favorite.
We got to do one and done.
Your new favorite.
I love
Joe
this.
wanted-
man.
I
We
know
got-
you love one
gotta
and done.
Just keep going, doing the whole thing.
I didn't have one ready, but pick one out
Whoops.
here. Oh, whoops. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna give you one.
Okay.
Trapped.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God! How many one and done?
I'm not telling you.
All right, you don't even tell me how many one.
I'm not gonna- not on this one.
I'm gonna go through it.
There you go.
The two guys who ran out of the pool hall.
Right.
I heard shots.
I heard shots.
There were two guys.
We think
because
we can't see them.
right.
So we're gonna put them down as one and dones,
I
or we could
guess,
just.
yeah.
I would. I have them down.
Yeah. Because Harry Pool Hole Harry.
He's pontificating in the Raccoon Lodge.
Then we have the detective.
Yes.
I forgot it.
He don't have a name.
Oh, he didn't have a name. That's right. The detective. 1, 2. Tommy Manicotti was already in there. Is it just
okay? No, this one now. Actually, I'm not sure about this one.
Okay,
I just wanted to see if you got the detective. That was
okay.
Now at the end, we can discuss. There's a good discussion here. At the end, is there no? That's it. No, that's it.
So
that's it. So basically, that's it.
So it's the
it's
two
a detective,
guys.
The two guys. I heard shots. The gorilla and the other guy.
I heard shots. I love that guy.
And the detective. Yeah, because that's it. You don't see anybody after that.
I don't think so, right?
Nobody after that because they Norton, remember they come in with the gun and Norton takes them down. Nobody comes in. No cops come in after that.
Because even Tommy Manicotti, we've seen him
before. He's Johnny Bennett.
Right. But he's the same actor.
He's the same actor, so he's not one and done.
Correct.
He's got the two characters that he plays.
Two. Yep.
So basically that's the character is the two gorillas.
The two gorillas.
And the detective. So that was it. So that's your one of them. Very good. Very good. You're killing it. I got to change this.
All right. Well, that is our episode number 61. Who can we thank? We want to thank Silk City Hot Sauce. Yeah. All right, go to silkcityhotsauce.com, get yourself some great homemade hot sauce, and put RX when you go to the coupon, when you go to the checkout, in the coupon code, put RX in the coupon thing, and get yourself 15% off your order and a free bottle of cherry sriracha. Who else can we thank? Everyone who listens.
Yeah.
Right? All you guys, girls, thank you.
Our core, Joe.
Yep. All who email us, comment us on Facebook, and some of you special pals, and you know who you are. Mm-hmm. The great Facebook group, the Honeymooners Raccoon Lodge, with Joy and Brother Norton.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I have my other show, the Conti and Kenny Show, which we should be coming out of hiatus very soon. And I'll be doing a new podcast called the No B-Sides Podcast. Me and my pal Johnny Watson just talking about the Beatles.
Johnny Guitar
Watson, yeah. Whenever you Google his name, he's like, it stinks. I try to Google my name because he's a comic, and it's just this guitar player.
Johnny Guitar Watson.
And
I
also,
remember him.
Yep, get my 1-hour comedy DVD CD called Happiness. You can download it anywhere you get your music or comedy, or you could, I think you could just go on Amazon and listen, or whatever. If you want to support me, that would be great. It's called Happiness. And that's it. Episode 61 in the books. What is it?
62.
62. I apologize. I think I said 61 before. Episode 62 in the books. Thank you, everybody. And we'll see you next time.
E pluribus raccoonum. Night all.
Good night. Good night.
We'll have to do this again real soon.
How about tomorrow night?
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer, Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.